Hello Wargamers and welcome to Let's Get Critical. My name is Gar. In this video we will be unboxing the new Kill Team expansion box set called Typhon. This is the third release from Games Workshop and the contents of this box have been designed to work with the Volkus Killzone, which was released at the start of the third edition last year. As with all Games Workshop's products, there's a fantastic amount of artwork involved and the scene on the cover of this box is just fantastic. But let's turn the box over and see what's on the other side. On the back of the box you can see the box contents and there's a list here detailing everything inside, and for the artwork you can see that there's some pictures here of the models in the Battleclade Kill Team, there's some pictures of the models in the Ravenors Kill Team, there's some pictures of the brand new Hormagaunts and Ripper Swarm used for the Typhon NPOS, and finally there's the Killzone upgrade Tyranid Infestation. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get unboxing. So now we get down to the box contents, and here you can see that it's got the sprues. I don't know if you're like me, but I love looking at sprues, especially brand new sprues. Now the only sprue I'm going to pick out first is this small one here. This is the only one that isn't brand new. This is the Techno Archaeologist. It's part of the Adeptus Mechanicus faction in Warhammer 40,000, and he's the leader of the Battleclade Kill Team. And it's a very simple, you've got the front of his body here, you've got the back of his body. Up here in his hand you've got the Eradication pistol, which is a good weapon, and then you've got the backpack that goes on. It's a simple sprue, but I'm really looking forward to gluing it together, and I'm looking forward to getting it onto the tabletop. Now the next sprue that I'm going to get out for you is this one here. This is the rest of the Battleclade Kill Team. This is full of new stuff. This is a brand new Kill Team, and these servitors, these combat servitors, are all brand new as well. You can see, all across here we've got all the different types of heads. I don't know if you're like me, but when I see these, it reminds me of the Borg on Star Trek. You've got this model here. You can see the section to him here, and this section. This is called the this model here is called the Servitor Underseer, and he's the leader of the Battleclade Kill Team. You can see there's bodies everywhere. You've got the backs and the fronts of the bodies, and you've got some of the limbs around here. And over here, you've got all the pieces for the specialists to go in their hands and weapons. And you can see here, my favorite weapon so far is this one here. It's the heavy arc rifle, and you can see the pieces for the heavy bolter. And there's also one of the combat services has got a multi-melter as well. There's some fantastic weapons here. What I'm going to do with this Kill Team is I'm going to do a video on how I painted them, and I'm going to do a full review on how they work, all their faction rules and their abilities as well. All of the sprues now left are part of the Tyrannids. The first sprue I've got here is the Typhon NPOS sprue. These essentially are Tyranid Hormagaunts. They're the combat melee size. You can see all the claws on their arms here, there, and you can see the tails and their spines going down on the bodies, and some of their fantastically sculpted heads. And also on this sprue, there's some what's called Ripper Swarm. I'm just trying to, here you can see a Ripper Swarm model here. They're tiny little model, it's just a one-piece model. And I think there's a few of them that goes together to form the Ripper Swarm. But these models are brand new sculpts, and this sprue here is one of the main reasons that this Typhon box set is so popular, because Tyranids players are obviously trying to buy it up. I've been thinking about starting a Tyranids army for a long time, and I think these models with all the rest of the pieces, I think this is a good starting point, and I might go ahead and do that. But I'm looking forward to building these, and what I'm going to do with these is show you how they work when I go through the dossier. The next sprue that I'm going to drag out for you is this half sprue here. This is part of the new Kill Team Ravenors. The Kill Team Ravenors sprue, it's got two options, like most kill teams. You can build it for Warhammer 40,000, and you can do them as what's called Tyranid Warriors, or you can do all the specialists, which you can use in Kill Team. These are some fantastic new models. They've got tails like serpents, and they come out of the ground. These are the parts of the bases. They've got massive claws and teeth. They're quite large models. This is the first elite kill team that I've ever seen. You're looking at 5 operatives. Normally elite teams are like 6 operatives, maybe 7. This is a 5 operative kill team, and they're really big and they're really beefy, and they are looking fantastic. And I'll just quickly get out the other sprue for you. And this is the second part of the sprue with those. Again, it's much the same. You can see up here, this is the where they come out, the bases. You can see their chitin armor, their chitin armor. You can see all their claws. They are looking absolutely fantastic. Again, I'm going to do a video on how I paint these, and I'm also going to do a video on the kill team showing all the data sheets and the faction rules and all of their special abilities. But these are looking like they're going to be great fun to play. And finally, we get down to the last sprues, which are these sprues here. These sprues are identical. There's 2 exactly the same. I'm just going to get one out. This is called, obviously, the Tyranid Infestation. It's the new terrain that Games Workshop have released to go with this box set, and obviously, you know, just for the 40k games as well. Apparently, it's based on what Forge World used to do out of resin, but they've just gone and more or less made an identical copy of it. If you can see, just quickly turning it over, some of these pieces they just glue together, and but there's a ton of terrain here. There's special rules on how to use them in the game. I'm going to love painting these. I really am. Painting these and the Ravenors and the NPOs. Like I say, I've always thought about doing a Tyrannid's army for Kill Team, and now I've got the terrain, now I've got the Kill Team Ravenors, and I've got those Hormagaunts as well. You know, it's looking like a good start, but we'll go through these a little bit later as well. This here is just a piece of paper. It's just a single, it's just like a divider just to keep everything. I'll just quickly shove this to one side. And then we get down to the bottom of the box here. This piece here, this is a transfer sheet for the Adeptus Mechanicus. You don't get any transfers for the Tyrannids. It's got some cool hatch markings, and I'll probably try and use a few on some of the weapons, and it's got some numbers which I'll probably try and use as well to identify them. But it's always great to have transfers. It always finishes the model off lovely. I don't know if you've seen many of these boxes before, but you've got some little flaps at the side. Under this one, there's nothing. Under this flap here, you can see that there are the bases. Usually they come in one bag, but for some reason they've done them separately. Not that it really matters. You can see, oh yeah, this is the larger bases. That will be for the Ravenors and the NPOs, and that will be for the Battleclade. In every one of these Kill Team boxes I've seen, you get this box here. This is got all the paperwork inside. But what I'm going to do is quickly get this out for you and just leave it on the table. So just give me a quick second now. The first item piece that we get down to is the Kill Team Typhon Dossier. These dossiers are really good reads. I really enjoy them. I'm just going to quickly flick through and try and show you the content without going into too much detail. The first section is called The Dark Below. It's essentially just a little bit of a story, and it just goes into detail about the what's happening on the planet Volkus. And then you've got the Chi Sigma Septus, which is all about the Battleclade's kill team, and you've got the Inescapable Echo, which is all about the Ravenors kill team. And then the story carries on here. I read this last night. Then it goes into even more detail here about the Battleclades. and it goes into some of their weapons. You can see at the bottom we've got the eradication pistol, the phosphor blaster, the heavy arc rifle, and the servo claw. It's a good read. I love reading these. It then shows you each of the operatives. You've got the techno-archaeologist, the servitor underseer, and then all the different types of servitor: the breacher, the auto proxy, the gun servitor, techno-medic, and the combat servitor. The story continues more. The story that started at the beginning of the book carries on, and then it shifts into the Ravenors, and it goes through how they're extragalactic species of predatory aliens. And again, it goes on about some, this section goes about different planets and different factions that have had dealings with the Ravenors and the trouble they've had fighting them. And then it details the operatives, the Prime, the Feltalon, the Venom Spitter, Wrecker, Typhon, and the Warrior. Great artwork throughout the book. And then we get down to the section called Kill Team Rules. The first team we get introduced to is the Battleclade kill team. You can see all of the different operatives here. It then goes into the faction rules, which is the Nusfric network and the network counteract. You've got the strategic ploys, Nusferic possession, duty of reclamation, incantation of the Iron Soul, and prioritized acquisition. We have the firefight ploys, which is system, exorcism, remote access, autoferic, supplication, and servile surrogacy. Great stuff. And then we get down to the data cards. You can see the techno-archaeologist and the auto proxy server, breacher server, and this is the Battleclade combat servitor, and it details their special abilities and special actions they can take. You've got the Battleclade gun servitor, the Battleclade techno-medic servitor, the Battleclade servitor underseer, and at the bottom here you've got the marker and token guide showing you how to use the tokens that come with the kill team. Faction equipment as well. You've got the covert guises, electromantic capacitors, concealed apparatus, and neurocyclic reserve cells. I really do love the way Games Workshop, invent these words and phrases. It's fantastic. And finally, for the Battleclade, you've got designer's commentary, and that's the introduction over. The next, it goes straight into the Ravenors kill team, showing you how to put the team together and what archetypes you can use. And it follows the same format. It goes through the faction rules of Burrow, Predatory Instincts, and Tunnel. There are 3 different faction rules you can use with this kill team. You've got the strategy ploys, Death from Below, Whipcord Emergence, Writhe Out of Sight, and Tunnel Lurkers. And you've also got the firefight ploys, which are Slithering Evasion, Subterranean Horror, Burrowing Strike, and Death Frenzy. It's all great. It's into the data cards then. Ravener Prime, Ravener Feltalon, Ravener Tremorscythe, and the Ravener Venom Spitter, Ravener Warrior, and the Ravener Wrecker, and then again a marker and a token guide. Faction equipment is the Chromatospore Camouflage, Acid Blood, Metamorphic Flesh, and Heightened Senses, and finally the design commentary for the Ravenors kill team. I'm going to go through those in detail anyway, and then we get to section 3, which is all about the missions. It goes through the Killzone upgrade, Tyranid Infestation. You've got the Spore Chimney, the Capillary Tower. These are both heavy terrain, and on this page here, the 6 boxes, the Brood Nest, the Underbrood Mount, the Gestation Sac, the Capillary Root, and the Shard Spewer Growth, and the Spore Vent are all light terrain pieces to use within the game. And then it goes into the Typhon mission pack, and it shows the all the missions and the game sequence, and then threat principles for the NPOs, the NPO data cards. I'll go through those in a separate video and how they work. I'll do it. This is the data cards for the NPOs. You've got the Hormagaunt, Ripper Swarm, Barbagaunt, Ravener, Termagaunt, and Von Ryan's Leaper. You can probably see that there are data cards for some miniatures that aren't in this book. The reason they've done this is because you get these in like the Combat Patrol and the Starter Set, and I think obviously they're kind of tailoring for 40k players as well. but you don't have to use these models on here. You can get away with just using the ones you've got, which is the Hormagaunt, the Ripper Swarm, and the Ravenors. If you want to buy Termagants, Barbgaunt, or Von Rise Leapers, it's entirely up to you. They are in the starter sets, and they are in the 40k stuff. It goes through the mission map key for the Killzone Volkus and the Killzone upgrade Tyranid Infestation, and then it shows you the different missions. We have Delve the Xenosprawl, the Joint Ops Mission 1, and we have the map on this side. It's all looking great stuff. We have the Purge the Gestation sites, more mission rules, and then the map on this side. We have the Swarm Response, again the mission rules and the map. We have Pierce the Node Core, mission rules and map. We have Desperate Sacrifice, mission rules and map. And then we have Encircling Predators with the mission rules and map as well. Those are the Joint Ops Typhon mission pack. That's for playing with the NPOs, which is essentially, like an AI. It's like playing against yourself. I'll explain it all, later on in the playlist. But then we get down to the next level, which is a player versus player. While players battle one another, they must also contend with the NPOs, the non-player operatives. So there's, there on there as well. It's looking good. You've got the first map, the second map, third and fourth map, and the fifth and sixth map as well. And then some artwork at the back. Now, I'm going to go through this Typhon dossier in a lot more detail. I'm going to go through the NPOs. I'm going to do some battle reports, but I just thought I'd quickly show you all the pages, and you can see how much fun we're going to have with this as well. Next, we get down to these, which are the token sheets. These are the tokens to use in the game. Again, when I go through the battle, when I've painted the Battleclade, I'll go through their tokens and I'll show demonstrations of how to use them. And also I'll do the same for the Tyranid Ravenors as well. I'll do those later for you. Next up is the Typhon, but these little booklets here are essentially just the instructions. It shows you how to do the assembly, and I'll try and quickly show you how you've got two options here. Look, you've got the Breacher Servitor or the Combat Servitor. So if you were playing Kill Team, you might want to build a Specialist, or you might just, if you're playing Warhammer 40,000, just want to use a normal Combat Servitor and an AdMech team. And then the same with the Ravenors. You've got the Ravener Prime or a standard Ravener Warrior. If you do all the pieces in blue, you get the Kill Team model. If you do the ones in green, you just get a standard Warhammer 40,000. These are some great, highly detailed books, and they're easy to follow, and you get these in all the kill. And obviously at the back, it shows you how to put together the Tyranid Infestation, and also the NPOs as well, how to do all the Hormagaunts. And down here, I think right at the back, you've got the Ripper Swarm, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 models on the base. Next, we get down to these. There are 3 packs of cards here. We have this one, and finally this one. So I'm going to quickly go through these just very quickly. We're nearly at the end. This is the Battleclade set. I do love how these come in the box. It really makes a massive difference, I think. But this is essentially the same data card that you saw in the book. It's only they're on handy, tarot size cards. They're all the data cards. You've got all the strategy ploys. Again, it's the same as we saw in the book. You've got the firefight ploys, the same as in the dossier book. You've got all the faction equipment, the marker token guide, how to, everything that was in the book is just here. But you do get the universal equipment, which isn't in the book, and you get that in all of these packs for when you're putting your kill team together. They are exceptionally brilliant. They are about £19 each. I love how they include them in the box sets now. They weren't in Hivestorm, but they've been in all the box sets since. I think they're fantastic. I don't want to damage these. There we go. So that's that one. The Ravenors will be exactly the same. I'll just double check. Again, you've got the data cards for each of the models. You've got the faction rules, strategy ploy, firefight ploys. You know, they are the same. But what I want to do now is go through this other pack and have a quick look at that one, because these ones here are slightly different. These go with the NPO. These are NPO behaviors. Essentially what you do is an event card. If you go near an NPO, if you go near one of their spawn mines, I'll just very quickly show you on the book here. So here on the map you have here what's called an NPO drop zone. I don't know if you can see the picture quality there, but if you go within, let me just read the rules here. So if you go within 6 inches of it, you have to do a test. The test is roll 2d6 at the end of the action and add the alarm score. If the result is 9 or less, add 1. If the result is 10 or more, the alarm is raised. And when the alarm is raised, you have to then use one of these Typhon event cards. These are all Typhon event cards. And then, oh, here, we also have the data sheets for all of the separate NPOs as well. The Hormagaunts, the Ripper Swarm, Ravenors. If you choose to use the Ravenors as automated NPOs, then you can use the standard Ravenor card. And some of these Typhon events, I'll just very quickly read them out. We've got the Spore Miasma. Whenever an operative is shooting an enemy more than 8 inches away, you can roll 1 additional defense dice. You've got the Voracious. NPO's weapons have the lethal 5-up weapon rule. So if you was to wake up the Brood and all the NPOs come to life, you know, and you draw that card, then obviously you want to hope there's not many shooty guys on the board. Feed. D3 NPOs immediately perform a free fight action. Yeah, so you roll a D3 dice, and let's say it was a 4, which would then mean you'd score 2 on a D3 roll. 2 NPOs get to perform a free fight action. If none can, then you draw a different event card. I mean, this just adds a lot of random variation to the games, but I will be going through all of the NPO stuff in detail this time round. And I will be doing some feature battle reports showing you everything. So this is all the contents really on the table, and I'm just going to quickly go through what happens next. This is the Kill Team Battleclade. I'm going to show a painting video on how I painted the Kill Team. After I've painted the Kill Team, I'm going to go through all of the operatives in detail, and then obviously do a video on that as well. Then I'm going to do the same for the Ravenors. This is the Ravenors Kill Team. Also the NPOs, and I'm going to go through them. I'm going to do a painting video for these and do a full Kill Team Ravenors review showing you their special abilities and showing you all of their unique actions as well. I'm also going to paint this Tyranid Infestation. I'm going to do a video on that, and then I'm obviously going to go through the NPO data cards and the maps and how to use it with Volkus, and do some feature battle reports with those as well. And while I'm there, I'll explain everything that's on these as well. My name is Gar. You've been watching Let's Get Critical. Thank you, and bye-bye.